If I could just interrupt you to ask you, Rahul Gandhi will be heading by car to Rashtrapati Bhavan and the Congress workers will be following him on foot?
So yes, Rahul Gandhi, if you can see in the visuals, the cavalcade of Rahul Gandhi is coming out of Congress office. He will move from here to the Parliament, and from Parliament, along with approximately 80 MPs of the Congress and the opposition parties, he will then carry out a march to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, where they plan to give out a memorandum to them. However, the workers and other senior leaders who are present inside the Congress office, AICC, right now, they will move out from here and they will try to go to 7 LKM. They will march from here till 7 LKM. Now, if you could see in the visuals, the sloganarings have already started. The people will now try to move out of the Congress offices, and very interestingly, very few. There are almost no posters that we can see of against ED or against ED harassing Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, because remember last time around we saw posters like "Sach Jhukega Nahi," and if you could see it, the Delhi police has put out a barricade right outside the Congress office, making sure that these protesters are not allowed to move in front over here. The pushing has started. If I could show you in the visuals over here, the protest has started. The pulling has already started over here. The workers are trying to move out from these barricades. They are trying to break these barricades. The senior police officials are deployed on the ground. I can see the DSP, even the Joint Commissioner of Police has been deployed on the ground. These workers are not understanding what the police is trying to tell to them. In every few minutes, we are hearing announcements being made by the police that Section 144 has been imposed in this area, and hence you are not allowed to gather anywhere in the entire area of New Delhi. But yes, these Congress workers are adamant. They are trying to break these barricades down, is what I can tell you. The pushing has already started, and in the next few minutes, if they actually manage to get through these barricades, we are going to see the detentions happening on one side. On one side, if you could see the protesters, on the other side, you could see the heavy police deployment that has been made over here. So massive, the number of workers that are inside, almost the same number of police officials and the security officials have also been deployed outside. The buses are ready. I have been told that approximately 30 buses are ready in this entire stretch of Akbar Road to make sure that no one is left inside, no one is allowed to move away from here, away from this cordon that the police has been able to make outside the Congress office. Approximately 30 buses have been arranged as of now, and if required, more buses could come in as well. So yes, a big day, a very heavy day. I'll just try and show you a few of the visuals of the protesters who are trying to climb atop the barricades. Now they are making sure that the voices are heard. In fact, the media cameras that are gathered over here, they are trying to give out a message that the Congress workers of the Congress party would not back down even if the police and the central government tries to make sure that this protest is not successful. So yes, this time around we are going to see a lot more chaos here outside AICC at 24 Akbar Road than what we saw over the past 2 months when Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi were interrogated. So yes, another vehicle is coming out, but I'm not sure who is inside these vehicles. Ashok Gehlot, remember, just a few minutes ago also reached inside AICC. So the plan of the Congress is going to be that Rahul Gandhi has left for the Parliament. Jairam Ramesh is now leaving for the Parliament. He will also be the part of that marching contingent that will leave from Parliament to the Parliament House, because Jairam Ramesh is also an MP in the Rajya Sabha as well. So the MPs of the Congress party are going to protest at Vijay Chowk.
Anshu, stay with us. We also have a reaction coming in from Prahlad Joshi of the BJP. Let's listen in.
ये नकली गांधी और नकली विचारधारा है, इसीलिए ऐसे बोलते हैं।
राहुल गांधी ने कहा कि
सर नकली क्यों है?
इस तरह की ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसने कहा कि दैट काइंड ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। अभी असदुद्दीन ओवैसी ने भी कहा कि आरएसएस का जो ऑर्गेनाइजर है वो भी इस तरह का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है,
और उन्होंने तिरंगा नहीं फहराया था 50 साल तक। देखो, आरएसएस को और हमारा विचारधारा जो भी है, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के बारे में भी उन्होंने जो कहा है राहुल गांधी, पीपल in every election, ultimately in democracy, the people's mandate is important. लोग हमको अभी रिसेंटली जो भी इलेक्शन हुआ है, बाई इलेक्शन हो, यूपी का इलेक्शन हो, उत्तराखंड का इलेक्शन हो, मणिपुर का इलेक्शन हो, सभी इलेक्शन में लोग मोदी जी के नेतृत्व के भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पूरे समर्थन दे रहा है. So that itself means people are endorsing our decisions, people are endorsing our policy. Thank you.
Going back to my colleague Anshul, who's still with us at AICC. Anshul, has Rahul Gandhi's cavalcade moved out? And take us through what's taking place at AICC now.
So yes, Rahul Gandhi's cavalcade has just moved out from here just a few minutes ago, and in the next few minutes we could see his cavalcade reaching the parliament as well. Also behind him, Jairam Ramesh has also left from here. So as we were talking about, Shilpa, the basic plan of Congress is going to be that all the MPs of the Congress party are going to take out the protest march from the parliament to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and all the senior leaders of the Congress party, be it the likes of Ashok Gehlot, Sachin Pilot, all KC Venugopal, these senior leaders who are still inside the AICC, they will try to lead this march towards 7 LKM. Now, since they do not have any permission, they are not being allowed to leave the premises of AICC, and that is why we are seeing so much commotion that is happening over here. As of now, these workers are raising slogans right behind the barricades that have been put in place by the police officials. So just in the next few minutes, we are expecting that some more action might take place over here, as the senior leaders of the Congress party will try to step out and join these workers, protesters who are over here. As soon as they come out, we are going to see more commotion that is going to come out over here. But yes, the Delhi police is also ready. The security forces are also ready over here. Hundreds of police officials and security officials have been deployed right outside AICC, and not only right outside AICC, but the entire stretch of Akbar Road has been covered by security forces. Approximately 6 to 7 layers of barricadings have been put in place by the Delhi police, just to make sure that even if these protesters manage to break through a few barricades, they wouldn't be allowed to leave the premises of Akbar Road as well. Also, rapid action forces deployed over here, riot control vehicles have been deployed over here, the water cannons have been deployed over here, just to make sure that any untoward situation that arises over here can be controlled by the police. So yes, a big task for the Delhi police and the security officials to make sure that this high security zone in the national capital remains intact. But yes, the Congress workers, if you could, I just asked my camera person to show you in the visuals, the Congress workers are now trying to climb atop these barricades. They are trying to cross these barricades. However, the police is still trying to resist them, and we are hearing announcements after every few minutes where the police is telling these protesters that you do not have the requisite permissions to protest in this area, and hence you are requested to move inside. But at least 300 to 400 Congress workers have already gathered inside the Congress headquarters, and just in the next few minutes we could see some more action happening over here. These workers are not relenting. These workers are not listening to the police as of now. They are climbing atop these barriers, raising slogans. Slogans are being raised against the Modi government, against Delhi police.
All right.
So yes, they say that the Delhi police is being used by...
Stay with us, Anshul. The sloganeering is continuing. That protest is going to go on for some time, but we do have to unfortunately take a very short commercial break, and news and updates will continue on the other side.